right, Colin, we're here in your office, MCK banner in the background as you represent. Talk to us about, let's first start at Morocco.
No, let's first start by saying Viva.
Oh, okay, fine. Viva.
Let's go, champ. Viva, yeah.
What were you doing in Morocco recently?
So, yeah, I went for the semi-finals and the finals for the All Africa Games to keep my eye on what's coming through in terms of the continent, in terms of talent, and how good actually African boxing is. And I can say with my hand on my heart that it was amazing. And I think that Africa has potential to produce legitimate world champions.
Like, how many standout fighters did you see there? Like?
Plenty. I was very impressed with the middleweights, the light heavies. Also impressed with the females. I was impressed with the welterweights and the lightweights. And the featherweight, particularly the Ugandan kid who got a silver, and the Moroccan who got the gold. So obviously, it's All Africa. It's the Olympic qualifiers into Konkco in February. I'll be going there as well. I'll be going there just to see who's coming through and so forth.
Talking about something sad that happened in female boxing recently. Tragic news with Baby Lee.
I think the most tragic thing is that you have a situation where I can't help but feel that this could have been prevented. You know, you got a policeman who's supposed to protect society, and in the end actually ends up turning on society. So, and I'm told there were restraining orders and so forth, and I just, irrespective of what happened, I think with Baby Lee's passing, it's not just Baby Lee, it's potentially the fact that she was going to have kids one day and grandkids one day, and then the whole chain has been taken away from this earth and from her family. And when I heard the news, I was actually coming back from the All Africa Games, and there's just no words. I was just totally gutted, and just my thoughts and love go out to her family. And then I want to make, obviously, female women abuse in South Africa. It's a proper thing. It's a proper agenda that we need to actually address. And real men don't do that to women and children. We've also heard of some horrific stories this week as well with kids.
And now, going back to Morocco, has anybody signed yet? Are you signing?
So come on, you know how I roll. Next question. Next question.
Okay, let's step out of Morocco. You're now on the plane back home. You're concluding deals. Simpiwe Konkco is the latest massive announcements that you made today. Let's talk more about that.
It's taken a long time for us to get to this point and reach an agreement and come to terms. As you know, there was a lot of back and forth, and what happened is that we got the offer and we stalled because, when I say we stalled, I stalled because there was also the story that Manny Yothin had signed with Golden Boy Promotions. So I was busy dealing with the ties on a certain fight and a certain date with Manny Yothin. Then Golden Boy came in, and then we started negotiating. Then I was talking to the Golden Boy, and then we were keen to do the fight in America. Then there was going to be another opponent. We were talking about a step-aside fee. And then we couldn't get the work visas in time Golden Boy couldn't get the work visas in time for Manny Yothin. Therefore, we're back to this position. Now, what we were planning on doing was getting to a situation where we were going to get to a purse bid. But that wasn't going to happen because I got Simpiwe Konkco a great deal. I'm proud to say this will be the highest fee of his boxing career. Proud to say that, without a promoter. And so we're in a position now where he gets a lifetime opportunity. The last time I South African fought for a WBC title was 8 years ago. So this is kind of history. Also, we've been in a position many years ago with Colin Makeba being BC number 1 in the same division and not getting his shot. I promised you several months ago on your show that Konkco would get his shot. I kept my word. So it's a very proud moment for myself in my career as well as Konkco, because he's worked his way to be number 1 literally without a promoter. So I'm very proud of him.
And how difficult has it been to make those fights without a promoter?
Well, it's either I'm sitting behind my laptop or I'm in the ring with my mitts or on the side of the ring putting Vaseline on. So it's hectic. My career is hectic. It's not easy, but I'm getting the deals done and I'm getting the fights done and I'm proud to say, some of the biggest fights in South Africa in the last 2 years. And this is just the beginning. Can you imagine if I've got a bigger platform, which is going to happen? That's why I went to Morocco. In the future, because inevitably, it's almost like I'm in the rough, finding the diamonds and then polishing these opportunities, and here we are. So it's a lot of hard work, but I'm glad that I'm able to do it and pull it off.
Busy schedule for you. That very same day, you literally leave to Germany.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I was telling you lads off camera, what my plan is that I got Konkco on the 25th, which is a day show. And then I'm flying out that night. I'm going to be flying to Berlin. And the next night, I'm going to be in the corner for Rainer Liebenberg. And yeah, it's crazy, but it's going to have to be done.
Sorry, just a quick one before I ask. This time you'll be in the corner of Liebenberg. Last time it was Gert Stradum.
Yeah.
What did you see in the opponents that you think maybe you could change up for this camp?
Well, I think Rainer effectively, when he was aggressive in spots and he was dominating in spots, he was only letting 1 or 2 punches go in certain positions and he was backing off. I know the reason why he was backing off. I think now if he's a little bit more aggressive and assertive, I think we could see a better Rainer Liebenberg. And you and I watched the fight together and we were both in agreement. So, obviously I don't want to talk too much of the game plan right now. We've still got quite a bit of time to get ready, to get him ready. But that's obviously what I saw in terms of what he could have done potentially better in the fight. So, I'll have to go back to the tape and see and then just, assess and see where we can go from that.
There's been a lot of talk about Rainer Liebenberg and Rowan Campbell. What do you say about that?
Look, I think we all know the result right now. I think Rainer beats him 7 days a week. Show me the money. If I'm going to be lowballed, irrespective of the result for Rainer in Germany, the answer is no. Rainer's at the last phase of his career. I think it's a fight that doesn't really mean much internationally, but it means something here locally. Bragging rights to a certain degree. But I think we all know who wins that fight. And, you can't base it on Patrick being stopped. It's like Maruti against Sakamoto stopped him in 10 and his next fight he got stopped in 6. That doesn't mean the guy who beat him in 6 will beat Maruti and Talani. That's just not how boxing works. And if people think that way, show me the money.
Being victorious for the WBC international title, would you there actually come back down to the super middleweight division and campaign there again? Or?
Depends. Depends on what the offer is. Rainer's at the last phase of his career. I think everyone knows that, including himself. So I just want the best deals for him and the best opportunities. But if I'm going to be lowballed for that kind of contest, then it's a no.
Now, moving now to September 29. You've got 2 fighters, I think, from your camp, from your gym.
Yeah.
Fighting in East London. How are the preparations for those?
Yeah, it's great. What's really cool is that I can actually work with the guys individually. I'm very blessed to be in the sports full time. I don't have another job except for boxing. So I've been working with the guys alone and, 2 tough fights, 2 very tough fights. And Ponchana's a great South African champion. Rakimov's unbeaten. So it's the ultimate challenge. As a trainer, you sit here and you want proper championships. You want proper opportunities. You want authenticity for your career, and it doesn't get better than this, because inevitably you can get a kid to like 15-0 or 16-0 or 22-1, but if he hasn't stepped up, what kind of fight are you dealing with? We stepping up. Zinga Fuzile, Rakimov, this is the ultimate step up for any trainer. I know a lot of the Americans and the guys in Europe are thinking that Zinga's going to get creamed. All right. I've been in this position so many times before when, with the underdog going in and, but again, this fight's happening in East London and the Golden Boy is special in East London. So I'm looking very forward to these fights. Bulana's, really looking the part in the gym. So I'm looking forward to an event. I think the boxing event for South African boxing for 2019 on the 29th of September.
This, obviously, Rakimov is going to step into very hostile territory. It's the Orient Theatre is not a joke for a lot of the people that do come. I think particularly it's going to be ramped up a hell of a lot for this fight. Do you think he's anticipating what's to come?
Ask him after the fight. I mean, I think, look, it's special down there. It's special. It's a special place. It's the heart and soul of South African boxing. We've seen it over the years. I don't think so. I think it's very special down there.
Is this possibly Azinga's last fight in South Africa?
I can't answer that right now. I don't know. I mean,
Depends on the result, right?
no, we're gonna win. We're gonna win.
But even with a win.
We're gonna win. Just Rumble Africa have done a lot to make this fight happen. A lot of negotiating. This has not been an easy fight to put together, but we're close now.
I'm going to say when all goes well, you're not going to get 7 farm out at the Orient Theatre, are you?
You know what? Never say never. Never say never. I mean, I think it would cost so much money, but I think Azinga would have to go to America to fight him and beat him.
Also because of Eddie Hearn and whatnot.
I just think that's the DAZN deal's there, you know?
So, possibly next year this time, Azinga's an IBF champion?
Yes.